All right, so we got Joe Nestor. Joe, where are you in the country right now? I know you're on tour.
I am right now. I'm in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we just played a show last night with Bubba Sparks at a place called the Warehouse Concert Lounge and Entertainment Center.
That's awesome. So you played with Bubba Sparks last night? Dude,
yeah,
that's actually so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm actually on a nationwide overdose awareness tour with him.
Okay. I didn't know he was involved in that, too. Wow.
Yeah. He actually, without putting his business out there, he's had his battles and struggles with addiction that he's overcome.
Sure.
And he totally supports the cause. So, we've been traveling all over the country, spreading awareness. And because it's, honestly, addiction, especially with the heroin nowadays, they're putting in the drugs, it's becoming a major epidemic. I know Maryland a couple weeks ago just issued a state of emergency. So,
wow. So Joe, I know you through my friend Dave Hepner. Dave and I played shows. I used to be pretty involved in the punk hardcore scene back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. And so I know you I was explaining to the kids that are in the room in the studio right now. I personally don't know you. You're like a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
But your story really touched me when I heard it about a year ago. And I actually reached out to you before you won a record label. And I don't know if you remember that, but I told you, hey, I'm in the music side. I have some producers and stuff. And I heard this song as well as I heard another song that you were playing on acoustic. I think you're just sitting on your bed playing. And I was like, man, that guy's got something. Like he needs. And this is before I knew the whole story. So why don't we look at one of the reasons why we wanted to have you on is, one, I think you have a great story to share, and so I want our listeners here in Delaware to be able to kind of hear, especially because heroin, it's really something that's an epidemic in Delaware as well. So I think that's, it's a powerful message, as well as your video that you recorded for the song we just heard, the a cappella version, just hit 1 million views on Facebook. And congratulations, dude, because that is, we're talking like YouTube, it's very easy, you go viral. To get 1 million views on Facebook, that is absolutely phenomenal. A round of applause for Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's very,
so let's talk about that.
It's very surreal. Yeah. Basically this song right here, it's called Never Gonna Take My Soul. And I actually wrote it. When I wrote this song, I was in a prison cell. I was sitting in, it's called Gander Hill. Well, I guess now it's called Howard R. Young Correctional.
Yeah, I still call it Gander Hill. Yeah, not a good place.
Yeah, I was sitting in there and I was finishing up a prison sentence, and I was scared to go back out because I was heavily addicted to drugs. I was homeless for many years, and I just kept going in and out of jail. And, I was scared to go back out there to the streets and mess up and do the same thing over and over again. But it's like almost like I was caught in this cycle and I didn't know any different. But no matter what, I was never going to give up. You could take my freedom, you can take my house, you can take my family. But one thing you can never take is that, they can never take your soul. And that's what that song's about, just never giving up no matter what. Because at that time, I had the desire to change, I just didn't know how. And, eventually, a couple years later, I had a phone call, and help was offered to me. They're like, if you can't do it up there and everything reminds you of getting high and drugs, come down to South Florida into a treatment program and we'll help you.
Sure, wow.
So I ended up getting a scholarship into a program. I left in December of 2012, and I haven't had a drink or a drug since.
That's awesome.
I had a little over 4 years clean and sober now, and I'm traveling the country with Bubba Sparks. It's crazy. I am signed to a record label, and, life is more amazing than I ever could have imagined.
Sure. So
it's an amazing thing to travel the country and play that song that I wrote in that dark place that many years ago, and now it's like those words are finally coming true in my life. you know?
Right. So I think actually they had a question for you just about that.
Sure.
That kind of, Caroline, do you want to?
Yeah. What was your really mindset when singing the song or like writing it in your head? Did you just like come up with it on the fly, or did you like think of lyrics and then just sort of put it into a song?
Well, when you're in prison, you have a lot of free time on your hands. So I would just sit down for hours, like in my cell, and just beat on the desk and just come up with different tunes. And, you know, I'd write down my feelings. I'd write down how I was feeling. And, you know, that particular day, that's just how I was feeling. I was like, you know what, they can take my freedom from me. You know, they can take everything from me, but they'll never take my soul. And
were there other inmates that got to hear you sing this song when you were there, or was this something you did in private?
No, they heard me. I used to sing it on the tier. I used to sing it on the tier. I even used to sing it when I was out in the streets, and I was still addicted to drugs.
Wow.
And it's very surreal. Like 2 nights ago, we had a show in Massillon, Ohio, and 2 of the friends that I used to get high with in Wilmington, Delaware, they've been following me along my journey, and my music has inspired them to get clean and sober as well.
That's awesome.
And they surprised me and drove 9 hours 2 nights ago, and it's the first time that I've seen them since I got clean and sober. And I used to do that song with them when we would be driving around in Wilmington. So it's just a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what research you did on the station here. We're an FM station that serves basically the Wilmington Pike Creek area, but we also stream globally. We're in the TuneIn app, and we're getting ready to have our own. But we're at McCain High School. That's where we are. You went to Dickinson, correct?
I went to Dickinson, yeah.
Yeah, so you're right around the corner from us. You know, and I think that's so cool to see. You know, just your journey. I mean, it's just so inspiring. Darwan, did you have something?
Yeah. How far did your song like travel like throughout the countries? Like,
do you know like what's your furthest listener? Like, have you ever seen any stats like other countries?
I have a huge following in Thailand.
Ooh.
Cool.
I get messages everywhere from Hong Kong to South Africa to Sweden, UK. I have a big fan base in UK as well. It's went global. Almost everywhere.
It's
cool.
Amazing. Yeah, that is.
It's a very humbling experience. I mean, some days I wake up and I wonder, I'm like, man, how do they like even understand? You know, how do they understand what I'm saying? But you know, music's an international language, man.
Right.
It's you know, if it's got a good beat or a good flow, you know, just people can vibe to it and they can pick up the good feeling, you know, the good vibes. So. It's amazing. I do get messages from all over the world saying how much that song has helped them, how much that song has inspired them to, you know, either seek help or, you know, just in general, they don't even have to be in addiction or anything. It's just maybe they're a family member of somebody that was suffering, and it gives them ease and comfort knowing that, hey, people do make it out. You know, it gives them a little hope and inspiration. So.
Oh, yeah. Hi, my name is D'Angelo, and I really love the song, Never Gonna Take My Soul, but I just have a quick question. Looking back, how does it feel from traveling from homeless and now having over 1 million views? How does it feel?
I mean, it's it's very surreal, okay? It's a humbling experience, to say the least. But as I look back in hindsight, because for years when I was homeless, and I used to, you know, look up to the sky and wonder, you know, why me? Because I had a good childhood. You know, I didn't do drugs my whole life until, you know, 18 or 19 years old. So, like, I used to wonder, why me? Why did this happen to me? And then now that this is happening and this movement has started, I'm on tour, I look back in hindsight, like, I had to go through these things to, you know, really appreciate life. And, you know, I believe everybody's put here for a purpose. So I believe that maybe this is my purpose, and I had to go through that to make my story and my message that much stronger. So,
yeah, I do a lot of homeless work. I'm trying to be kind of interesting in the way I say this. I was involved in some church work before, and so we would put book bags together and go out into Rodney Square, go down into East Wilmington.
Like the mission?
Yeah.
Like the Sunday breakfast mission?
Sunday breakfast mission. I'd hand out these book bags, and one of the things that I always was fascinated by is, the homeless people, all they wanted was just to have a conversation. Like, they didn't care about the book bag half the time. They're like, oh, well, that's really nice. Like, sit here and talk to me. Like, have a sandwich with me. And so for me, that was a parallel when they thought of that question they asked you. I was thinking to myself, I was like, at the end, don't never take my soul. We all have, our personhood, and that can't be robbed from us, even though homelessness may feel like it at times and people don't see us. But to go from that to people knowing your name, knowing who you are, listening to your song, and then being helped by your song, that's such an ingratiating power. And it's like the old Spider-Man line, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a beautiful thing, It's a beautiful thing, because it's kind of like a different feeling when you're hearing it from somebody who's actually been through it themselves. A lot of times, these people are, whether they're homeless or they're asking for treatment or whatever, they're not as susceptible to the help from the people who have all these medical degrees and, doctors and everything. But if it's just one person to another who's been through the struggle and overcome it, then I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Sure. I guess two things. One that we probably should highlight while we have you on the phone is, tell us a little about the record label that you're on so we can promote that a little bit for you.
Say that again?
Why don't you tell us a little about the record label that you managed to find yourself on so we can promote them?
Yeah. I saw. So it's Recovering Artists Worldwide. Okay? Mm-hmm. And basically what we are is a sober record label, okay, that is promoting a positive message through music to help shatter the stigma of addiction. Okay, it's kind of hard to explain. It's weird how it came about, but you got me, you have Chris Bobble Heinzelman. Okay, he's the man who pretty much booking manager / social media expert / performer. He's a man of many hats. Okay. And then you have Jenna Nicole, which is the female singer on the album, on the label. And me and her actually have a song out. If you guys get a chance to look it up, it's called "I'm on Fire."
Okay.
And that song is, me and her, we wrote it together, and it's all about finding God, or it's all about, asking God to reveal himself, to let him know, or to let you know that he's real. And it's just a very inspiring song. That's actually starting to go viral now as well. So,
oh wow,
it's one of the fan favorites at all of our shows. So if you guys get a chance, check it out. I'm on Fire.
I'm on Fire. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm on Fire. What's her name again?
Jenna Nicole.
Jenna Nicole. All right. Excellent. Yeah, we'll look that up too. And I mean, anything that your label has that has the clean version, if you want to send that over to us, we'll get it in rotation over here with us. We'd love to support the message and love to support you and your label mates and get you on.
Absolutely. I appreciate all the love and support. It's an amazing thing, especially, you guys are at McCain. I have so many friends that used to go to McCain, Pike Creek. I used to always go up to the bowling.
Burned down, Joe. It burned down.
By charcoal pit.
Did you hear?
It burned down.
It burned down last weekend on Saturday.
What?
Yeah, you guys didn't hear that?
No.
Yeah, massive 3-alarm blaze took out the charcoal pit and the bowling alley, and the walls actually collapsed. Yeah, it's no longer there. And that's like, my high school and memories just went up in smoke. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
I spent so much time there. Yeah.
Yeah, I spent so many weekends there, so many Friday nights.
Yep. Yeah, that was the spot. You got the kitchen sink with your friends, or you got like a burger and fries, and then walked over and just hung out at the bowling alley the rest of the night. Those were good times, man. And the other thing that I'd like to say is being here at McCain, obviously I've spent my career as a producer and a director, and I've reached out to you a while ago about doing a music video for you. Being here at McCain, we have all these students that are hungry to make videos and everything, and I know that from talking to you before, Delaware is not really a stop that's, for obvious reasons, you know, it's where your journey began, but that's not where your journey is destined to be. But if you find yourself in the general area, we'd love to work with you and produce a video for you and help get your message out and help promote what you're doing as well. So keep in touch with us too and see what we can do. Obviously, I can't take my students down to Florida.
Dang it!
No. But I mean, I'm in the works with a man named Dimitri up there.
Okay.
And I might be coming there within the next year to do an event and play a show at the Bob Carpenter Center.
Nice.
So I will definitely keep in contact with you.
Yeah, we'll see what we can put together.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any music that you would want us to play you out to? I can't even guarantee that our station has it, but is there any a song that you would like us to play you out? And I'll look to see if we have it.
Well, I mean, are you talking about as far as my music?
Unfortunately, I don't have all of your music loaded into the machine right now. Just like a song that you like to rock out to.
I mean, honestly, you know what I like to rock out to? It's going to sound corny, but I like Ed Sheeran, man.
Oh, let's go! So your song played right after what Shape of You, right?
Yeah. Oh, my
all right.
gosh.
So we can do another Ed Sheeran song. We can do. Let's see. We got Photograph. We got Sing. We got Castle on the Hill. Have you heard Castle on the Hill yet?
Castle on the Hill is a good song. It's off his new album.
Yes, it's a really good song. I'm going to put that in the rotation. We'll play you out onto that in just a second. All right. So if anyone wants to buy your music, anyone wants to support your music, tell people where they can go.
Yeah, they can. They can look us up, Recovering Artists Worldwide. Okay, or they can go on iTunes. They can go on Spotify, Amazon, and look up Joe Nestor. My debut album is called To Hell and Back. And be on the lookout. I have a new album that I just finished. It's going to be out the end of May. It's called Rise from the Ashes.
Oh, cool.
So,
like the Phoenix, man.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. That's kind of like the cover of the CD as well. It's like me coming up from a pile of ashes, looking up at the sky with like a phoenix in the background.
That's so cool. Hey, if you think of it too, if you want to send us a photo, autograph, whatever, we'll hang it on the wall. And we've been really fortunate over the past couple weeks. We've had a caller from Sweden. He's a famous jazz guitarist call in. We got guitarists from the Avett Brothers who we spoke with. We've been doing pretty cool getting different talent on. So we're trying to build our wall with the different people we talked to this year. So if you think of it,
I'll be more than happy to. Yeah, I'll
send our details over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So
excellent.
Yep. I appreciate everything, guys. And,
all right, we appreciate you taking the time this morning. I know that you're out on tour. We'll let you get some more rest for your day, and we wish you safe travels as you go out. Everybody, before I let Joe go, anybody have anything? So I'm looking at all them.
Just have
a great
blessed
tour.
Day.
Yeah. And thank you.
And thank you. Thanks for your time, Joe.
No worries. Thank y'all, and I hope y'all have a blessed day.
All right, you too. Congratulations on 1 million, and even more so, congratulations on the successes in getting your life and everything positive for other people. We really appreciate that. You're doing great work out there. All right.
Thank you, Greg.
All right. Take care, Joe. Have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Bye-bye now.